Welcome to Like and Subscribe Kitchen. I'm Josh, and today I'm going to show you how to make roasted garlic and garlic oil. There are a couple different ways to do it, but this one's my favorite. Has everybody washed their hands? Alright, four heads of garlic, and it's okay if you're using a little bit older one, you have some sitting on the counter. It's a pretty good way to actually use them up before the garlic goes bad. And then that's about a cup of a neutral flavored oil. Soybean oil, canola, vegetable oil is good. You just want to stay away from kind of the heavier flavored oils like an olive oil. So, really simple. I'm also going to use a little saute pan. If you're doing a larger amount, you might want to go up into a larger sided pot. But for this amount, I feel it's easier to control the heat in something a little smaller. So, garlic into the pan, oil on top of the garlic, and now the magic begins. There are definitely a couple other ways to roast garlic. Very traditional one is to take the whole head, wrap that in foil, drizzle a little oil on it, and bake it in the oven. That totally works, except then you're not getting the byproduct of the garlic oil, which I think is as fun to use. Or additionally, if you have, say, a nice metal oven-safe container like that, you could put the garlic and the oil into the container, wrap that with foil, and throw that into the oven for about 400 degrees for maybe 15 minutes. That will work too. I just find, the constant opening of the foil and steam escapes, it's a lot easier to keep an eye on it in a pan on the oven or on the stove than something in the oven. What you're going to want to do over a medium-high heat, you're going to let that start to boil, and then you're going to want to cut the heat down and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It's going to take a little while. Meanwhile, while you're waiting for that, you're also going to want to set up a strainer and something to strain it into. We will get back to that later. And you're definitely, whatever pot you use, you're going to want to make sure that it's dry. Because if you just cleaned it, any little bit of water that's still in there, once the oil gets hot, that'll splatter at you. That's dangerous. You don't want to play that game. Alright, so now that oil is starting to get hot, so we're going to turn that down just so it doesn't get too excited. But again, it's going to take 15 to 20 minutes probably to get the roasted garlic going to where it should be. So we're going to just let that ride. Still want to keep them moving just to make sure that none of them are burning on the bottom, but you can see it's starting to develop that nice color. That is what we want. They're also starting to get a little bit softer, which again is one of the goals we are looking for here, but still needs a few more minutes. Alright, so now we've got that really nice caramelization on that. It looks good, it smells great. I really wish I could include the smell and flavor of things in these videos, but technology is just not there yet. So now very carefully, I'm going to strain that just like that. And you can see that oil, well, it's hard to see at that angle. But if you have more of it, you can see that the oil has picked up a little bit of opaqueness. It's not the lovely, clear oil that it began as. And that's because you can see like that has really picked up a bunch of that flavor. And uses for them. Well, for the oil, I will put that into my aiolis. I will make pesto or gremolata with that. Salad dressings are great. Marinades. Tabbouleh, when I'm making that, it's a very good extra flavor in there as well. Even when you're just making plain pasta, to oil it when it comes out of the oven, it just imparts that little bit of garlic flavor, which is always a great thing. And of course, garlic bread. That could be a guest star on the garlic bread too. Would be fantastic. These, what do you do with these? All sorts of things. Pasta dishes, or if you like me, just eat it straight. That one may be still a little hotter than I should put in my mouth, but you could spread it on toast. I mean, it is great. A little bit of salt, and it goes a long way. So if you wanted to add a little bit of extra flavor right near the end, you could have added a little bit of rosemary or thyme or even red pepper flake to the oil. But again, just let that last 2 or 3 minutes because it does not take long for all of the essential oils and the herbs to release into that oil. And there we go. We have roasted garlic, which I will be definitely using, and then garlic oil, which will make an appearance as soon as I make some aioli, which I believe will be the next video. So, if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Let me know. Leave some comments. I'm always happy to hear from you, answer your questions. If there are things you would like to see, I'm happy to do it. I have plenty of time right now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like this video, share with your friends, and of course, share your food with your friends too.